So Greg's a friend of mine. He's got a good job. He makes about 80 grand a year. He's married and his wife stays at home. She helps volunteer and so on, but they're able to make their financial life work on his income. And they've got 3 young kids at home, which has allowed her or sort of required that she stay home and take care of the kids. That's one of their values. Now, where he works at a small business. They have something called a Simple IRA as their retirement plan. Should he be funding that for his retirement savings, or is there a better option out there? It's not the answer that you think. I'm going to tell you that coming up. This is today's Next Wise Step video. My name is Mike Bernard. Thanks for being here. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up. And because just like this scenario, this channel is here to help you take your next wise step in your financial life. So, someone with that sort of situation, they've got good income, but that's their household income, let's say 80 grand, and they've got 3 kids. Should they be funding retirement through their Simple IRA? So the Simple IRA, Savings Incentive Match Plan for Employees. It's actually an acronym, but it's really it's a scaled down, low options, not a lot of frills, bells and whistles, retirement plan for small businesses. I love the Simple IRA, love it. We've had one here at Corhorn Financial Group a few different times throughout our tenure. But here's the big deal. Your contributions as an employee, you can contribute quite a bit, not as much as if you had a 401k, but quite a bit. Your contributions go in pre-tax. And then your company, either the employer either matches 100% of the first 3%. So if you put in 3%, they'll do 3%. Or they just do an automatic 2% for everyone. It's not a match, so you can be doing whatever and they're going to put in 2%. So that's how the Simple works. For someone in that scenario where you make 80 grand and you've got 3 kids, if that's all your income, that $80,000 minus a standard deduction of $24,000 gets you into the 12% tax bracket. And on top of that, if you've got 3 young kids, you're eligible for the child tax credit on each of them. That's $2 grand per child. That's $6,000. That comes off your tax bill. I didn't do the math here. This is a real life scenario. I didn't do the math. But my guess is if you're in that scenario, you're probably not paying any federal tax. Maybe you're paying just a little bit. Some of you are gonna listen to this and do the math yourselves. But you're probably paying very, very little federal tax. The Simple IRA does not have a Roth component to it currently. The only way you can contribute into the Simple is pre-tax, where you avoid tax today. It grows and grows and grows. It's invested and so on. It grows and grows. And then in retirement, you draw that money out, and that's when you have to claim it on your tax return. So you avoid claiming it on today's tax return. You've got to claim it on tomorrow's tax return or whenever you draw the money out. Well, you really win in that scenario when you're in a high tax bracket today and a low tax bracket in the future. Most of us, that is going to be our reality. But we don't know what tax rates will be out there in the future. And if right now you've got these young little tax credits running around your house making a mess in diapers, that means you're likely in a very low tax bracket today. So, for our friend here, what he should do is contribute just enough to get the full match from the company, 3%. But is 3% enough to put you on track for your retirement? Well, I believe in comprehensive financial planning, so you've got to answer that question for yourself, but most likely it's not enough. Most likely you've got to do something closer to 15%, maybe even more, but sometimes less depending on your situation to be on track. Therefore, for this individual and for those of you in the same situation, contribute 3% to the Simple and get that matched. Then everything else should be going into your Roth account, your Roth IRA, where you're where you're paying the tax today, avoiding the tax as it grows for your future, and then you pull that money out tax-free in a qualified distribution out there in retirement. So you're willing to pay tax today in order to have the growth come out tax-free in the future. You do that when you're in a low tax bracket today, and who cares what tax bracket you're in the future? And we know that for someone, even though that's good income, 80 grand, because you've got 3 minor kids, there's no other household income, we know you're in a low tax bracket today. So even though your employer has a really, really simple Simple IRA available to you, just do 3% to get the full match, and then do the discipline thing to save up into your Roth IRA outside of that. Now, what if the amount you want to save for retirement is higher than that contribution limit for the Roth IRA? Well, my friend, he's married. So he can do a spousal Roth IRA contribution as well, and that contribution limit is far and away higher than what he would need to save or want to save for retirement. So the big idea for those of you that are in a similar situation is, I see this mistake a lot because we do about 3,000 tax returns a year. People are unconsciously making the decision to just save into their company retirement plan because that's easy, or they feel that's what they're supposed to do. And they haven't made a decision as to, well, is this the best thing for me from a tax standpoint? This is why I love financial planning. There's 6 areas to your financial life. And so you might just say, hey, for saving for retirement, the easiest way for me to do it, the most convenient way for me to do it is through my company's retirement plan. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's easy for my protection, for my present financial position, and it's really easy for my retirement plan. But if you're not looking at your tax plan, which one is best for you from a tax standpoint, you actually might be paying more tax by doing it that way than by looking at it through a different angle. So work with your certified financial planner. That's their job. Their job is to bring you clarity and confidence and creativity. That's their job. So work with your CFP who does comprehensive financial planning to make sure you've got the right tax approach to your long-term investing. If you need a CFP, you can always contact the CFPs on my team, or you can find us online at corehorn.com, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, you're now ready. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.